welcome to the Cave Radio Show. It's your boy T. Smiley. Listen, today we just listened to, of course, y'all know I have to support and represent Mr. Mood 3. Just jamming out to some music today. I just want to play some. I want to play some jams, man. I want to play some jams. Last night I was up watching a movie. You know, I don't know if I got any movie heads on here, but I like sport. I mean, not sport. I like action movies. I like comedy movies. You know, I ain't really into the drama movies and nothing like that. But if y'all got a favorite movie, listen, I want to know your favorite movie. I want to know your favorite scenes from a movie or whatever the case may be. Let's talk movies. Let's talk movies today. So if y'all want to call in and talk about a movie, your favorite movie, or a line from your favorite movie, call that number, 563-999-3456. Call that number and let's talk about your favorite movie. Let's get into some movies today. Today with me in the studio we have Miss Kia D, and I know Miss Kia D like movies, so I'm gonna let her talk about some of her favorite movies. And we're gonna see what she likes and see the type of movies she likes. Now I ain't saying TV shows. Let me put that out there. We're not talking about TV shows because listen, I come home and I have to watch some of them TV shows. I just be like, oh my God, oh, not this again. But anyway, I'm gonna let Miss Kia D tell you guys about some of her favorite movies. Miss Kia D.
Hey, what's up? Shout out to T. Smiley and the Cave Radio Show and the Cave Men right here on this beautiful Saturday. You're correct. I do love movies, actually. I love all kinds of movies, scary movies. I really are at the bottom of that list because I'm scary. So Scream would be at the bottom of the list for me if I'm going to watch it. I have seen all of the other Screams. I ain't going to lie. So I don't know if I could actually see the last Scream because I'm a pretty scary person. It's not scary. Okay, well, he says that, and then I end up screaming the whole movie. But I did see a lot of the Jackass movies. I can't handle those either. They're not scary, but they pretty nasty. From the throwing up to the stuff coming out of your nose to the stuff going up your butt, fire rockets shooting up your butt. The fire rocket. Let's talk about that. I don't know if y'all ever, wasn't that on Jackass, right? Where they took a rocket. They did an experiment.
So with that experiment, guys, what she's talking about, what they did was they had this is the Cave Radio Show. They had a dildo. If your kids are up, sit them in the other room, please. Send them in the other room. This is the Cave Radio Show. We are, going there with this Jackass movie. But yeah, they do some crazy things. And one thing that Miss Kia was talking about was they did an experiment and they shot a rocket and they had a guy up at the top of this like wall, and he was strapped to like this string that went all the way down to this rocket that was going to be shot up and sent to his butt. So, it was a dildo. And so the first time they tried it, it went like halfway up the string. It didn't make it all the way up. So they put some more power behind this rocket dildo, and they shot it again. And when they shot it again, what happened?
It went up his butt. Oh, man. I felt the pain on my end. He seemed to take it quite well, but I felt the pain on my end for some strange reason. I was feeling it, and it was pretty crazy. Seriously, y'all go watch that. If you feel like you can check something like that out, everybody can handle stuff like that. But the stuff coming out of the nose and the stuff coming out of the mouths, and they were throwing up, because this stuff gets pretty gory. Some of the stuff they do to each other, like these are tricks they pull on each other. They're not doing it to the public. Like they're doing it to each other. Some of the stuff they do to each other is absolutely outrageous. I don't know if I want friends like that because they call each other friends. I ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
One of my favorite movies of all time, T. Smiley. I know you remember this movie. It was Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's something about those Wayans brothers. They are hilarious. They're classic. The entire Wayans family. Anything you look at that has a Wayans brother in it is going to be hilarious, including the Wayans sister. I know it's a TV show, Living Single. I know we're not talking about TV shows, but Living Single was one of the best shows not Living Single, I'm sorry, Living Color. In Living Color, it was one of the best. Living Single was a good show too, but In Living Color was one of the best shows ever. It made us laugh on many, many levels. It was real, and one of the real moments of the show. All of y'all remember this, right? When the Wayans sister, she would be sitting out on her porch. Her favorite line was, "I ain't one to gossip, but you ain't heard it from me." And she would be sitting out on her porch, rocking. The neighbors would be passing by. And she say hi to one of her neighbors. For example, Sally would be passing by on the street. "Hey, Sally, how you doing? Good to see you." And Sally would walk on by, and then she start talking Sally's business. "Oh, Sally this and Sally that. But I ain't one to gossip. You ain't heard it from me." Hilarious. So any movie that they do, white chicks, classic movie, hilarious the whole time from end to end, absolutely hilarious. Even the characters that they brought into this movie were hilarious too. So I'm telling you, those Wayans brothers are absolutely thebomb.com. So can't go wrong with one of their classics. That particular movie, Don't Be a Menace in South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, brought together several movies. Don't Be a Menace, the movie South Central, the movie Juice, and the movie Boys in the Hood. They brought together all four of those movies. Now, all four of those movies were not comedies. Those were dramas. But Don't Be a Menace in South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood was actually a comedy that they had, brought all of these movies together and played specific parts, specific parts from all four of those movies. And I'm telling you, just absolutely classic and hilarious. Liar, Liar, anything with Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey, too. He's an excellent actor. Anything with Adam Sandler in it. Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler. Excellent actors. They make me laugh. Seriously. One of the things that came out is that he now has been fired from the banned from the Oscars for 10 years. For 10 years. I guess he can't participate. He can't go. He can't be nominated, I'm assuming, like all of those things for 10 years. For an actor, someone of his caliber who, this is what their life is all about. TJ, how do you think his life is going to change now that he's been banned? It may be something simple, right? He can still do movies. Is anybody going to hire him for a movie now? He can still act. He can still do television. Is anybody going to hire him for television now? And then let's talk about Jada Pinkett Smith.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
What is she doing? Is she supporting her husband, or is she throwing him under the bus for slapping her? And why would she do that? Jada Pinkett Smith at the end of the day has a reputation to uphold, even though she wanted her man to stand up for her. Did she want him to stand up and go slap somebody on national television and potentially mess up their pocketbooks? Because he has potentially screwed himself, but they got plenty of money. So has he really screwed himself? Hey, what do you think, T. Smiley?
Honestly, I think he might have a little hiccup, now that all this stuff is fresh. But I believe Will's probably, he got some things under his belt. We're talking about movies, so I actually heard about the production team stopping the Bad Boys 4.
Whoa.
And so I don't know. That's allegedly, but that's what I was hearing. But I think, once all this stuff dies down and once, I don't think it's dying down no time soon because, again, that was live on the Oscars. I don't really think it's gonna affect him money-wise, but I do believe, his name is definitely gonna be in a lot of people's mouths. Some people probably gonna boycott, and not support his shows or whatever the case may be. Now, I was one person that when all that happened, I was like, man, come on, Will. I was in the middle of watching Bel Air. His Bel Air is dope, but what I'm saying, honestly, if it ain't hurting my pocketbooks, you know what I'm saying, and it's a good show, I'm still gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Even though he slapped, even though he did that, you know what I'm saying? People go through things, and you have to understand where they're at in that situation, in that time, So the shout out to Will. Hope you get through this. Now I do believe his wife Jada. I believe she wanted him to react but I don't think she wanted him to react like that. And now that he was reacted like that, you know, it's kind of like, dude, what you doing, bro? I said something, but I didn't mean for you to get up there and, you know, slap the man. Luckily he didn't get kicked in the back, because I heard on the stand up with Mike Epps said if that was him would have got slapped, you know, when Will turned around and was walking back all calm, you know, he probably would have.